Okay then, welcome back ladies and gentlemen. It is day 4 of my Don't Starve playthrough. And let's see what we can get up to. And I have to remember what I was up to. So, as I said, last week I was gonna try and split the recording I did into 2. Decided not to do that because it's just, for this particular series I really need to sort of to wrap up after each episode, so make it cut at a suitable point, because Don't Starve is a bit of it's a bit more of a flowing game, and it's nice if I can sort of stop at a certain point and say, you know, a job's been done, and then carry on with a new job. So so that's why I ended up sort of keeping it as one long run. Now I'm just running around doing some gathering while I remember what I was up to. So yeah, and I've also done the alright, just a quick disturbance there, somebody just came in. But yeah, as I was saying, I've been sort of, you know, getting used to the whole thing, and I've done the Secret World one as well last week, and I'm going to try and make these a weekly thing. So the Secret World I've already got quite a few lined up, because I did that as a big session, so we just went through the entire thing and I've cut it up. That one I've cut it just as is. But Don't Starve, I'm going to be doing a sort of, I'll still do the long sessions as planned, but I'll be sort of, you know, finishing up and then starting back up again during a session, so it'll flow a lot better. So you shouldn't have the problem of these marathon sessions. 30 minutes is definitely too long. I know I don't tend to watch anything beyond 15 minutes on YouTube too much. So so yeah, we're just getting back into the swing of things. I'm just doing some gathering while I do that, and see where we go. So I'll just sit out this night and compose myself and remember what I'm up to, because I'm also doing a non-recorded game at the moment with the same character, which in hindsight's probably going to make things a bit difficult, flowing from one to the other. But we'll see how it goes. This entire thing has just been one big learning session to get used to the game, and get used to doing recording as well. So sort of it's getting there slowly. And I've used up all my wood. Drat. Not a wise move. Ah, tree here. So yeah, back into the game. What do we want to what do we want to do? Right, so we've gotten our crock pot set up, and now we just, for now, we're just going to make sure we've got some food supply. So I'm going to gather up a few of these berries, make sure we don't run out of food as well, and make sure we got plenty of these sticks. Now I've got 40 grass, so that'll do for now, but I'm just making sure we've got plenty of stuff to use in the crock pot. Otherwise we could very realistically have problems with staying alive, which is the general name of this game. You don't want to starve. So just setting up for the sunset. And yeah, I planted these 2 trees mainly to stop. It's springtime, it's going to be a lot of rain, and that's going to soak me through quite quickly, and that causes quite some discomfort, mainly sanity damage from what I've seen. But if you get to full, you also get the freezing damage if you're not close to fire. So it's something that's definitely not worth it. And at the moment I'm using monster meat. If you just use 1 monster meat in your recipe, then you'll get good stuff. If not, then you get bad stuff and it damages you. Monster lasagna. So yeah, right, I've got the camp set up. So what I generally do is I try and organize my inventory, so I have a couple of chests. So each chest holds something in particular. So this one will be sort of your mining stuff. We've got charcoal in there, so that's your rocks and stuff. And then this one will be dedicated to sort of the more this stuff, living stuff dropped from monsters, that sort of thing. So the next thing on my list is probably just going to be exploration. I need to find some rabbit nests, but rabbit nests are in short supply. So the other thing I've discovered is moles are quite good. they generally go for anything dropped, so you can lure them out that way. And then bonk them on the head, basically. Which isn't terribly nice, but you do what you have to do. Name of the game is Don't Starve, and if they make meat, then we're good to go. Now the other thing is, normally you prepare for winter, but Reign of Giants is very different. Reign of Giants introduces summer, and this is springtime, and summer follows spring. So summer has its unique issues. In summer, everything starts to overheat, so you need to pick up ice, but ice will melt before summer, so we basically need to go around and find some sources of ice before they melt. So that's my next priority, but before I do that, I need to get some gears for doing a ice box, because ice will not melt if it's in an ice box, so it's quite useful. So that's my next big thing, is I'm going to go out searching for an ice box and probably farm quite a bit of wood, because wood tends to be in high demand. This will be in high demand when I'm setting up my traps for my rabbits, so I want to get quite a bit of grass as well. So I've got some meatballs to eat. I could do with a bit more wood to make a log suit, but I found that this character Wingford is very, very good with just the helm on. Battling against spiders, she's got very little to no chance of losing. She's just really, really strong. The other thing is if my sanity gets low, I'll just go down to the spider's nest and kill some spiders, and that gets my sanity back up. So that's something I'm going to be taking very much advantage of. And yeah, she does end up being quite easy because of her combat prowess, especially once you find a good source of meat. But I wanted a character like this. I want to be able to last quite a bit and explore with you guys, because as I said, I haven't really managed to explore the underground, and I'd really like to give it a good whirl. So she will hopefully get us down there. And that's it, spider's dead. My sanity hasn't gone up too much. This is not so good. So I'm just gathering up a stone, but I really need to get out and explore. So off I go. Let me get my umbrella on before I get soaked to the bone. So I'm looking for checkerboard spaces. These tiles that have like a checkerboard effect. They have these just automations, and the automations have lots of gears and whatnot. Each one tends to drop a gear. So I'm looking out for one of those, because that's what I need. Even if it's just one. That'll not spare. I want that. Yeah. So yeah, even if I just get one, that's enough for an icebox, and that gets me set and ready to sort out summer. And rocks are always useful, so I'm going to gather up some of these rocks. So yeah, now what I want to do with this eventually is I've got like a couple of characters, this sort of player-made characters, the mod characters, and I want to go and play through them because there's some really interesting characters. But what it also means is you get to see something even if you've played the game that you wouldn't normally have seen, you know. You get a unique character that you get to watch, so you can see the progress with that character, and then, you know, decide you might want to try and play that character. And all the characters I'll be playing with are accessible on the Steam, from the Steam page. So as long as you've got it on Steam, it's really easy to find characters. And just let me know if you want any more information about where to find characters, because I'm not sure. I don't think Don't Starve has a non-Steam version, but if it does, you know, you might want to be able to find it. So I'll give you the information. I wouldn't know where to find the mods off of Steam, but at least if you've got the names of it, then you can find it for yourself if you want to. So I'll be trying to do that as well. Now, normally I'd go back to my place, but I'm not going to tonight. I'm going to place this here. I'll just basically set up, I'll be setting up a fire in these woods. Come on, pick it up. Don't be horrible to me. I don't leave it on the ground. When you drop things, they decay twice as fast, so you really don't want to leave things on the ground for too long, unless you want them to decay, which is its own little thing. With Wingford, I'm not pushing the farms as much, but with other characters, I've always see, just grab that rock on the ground. With other characters, I tend to push making making rot. So I'll pick up lots of flowers and just leave the petals to rot, and that's really good for sort of farming and whatnot, and setting up a concentrated source of material. And if I don't find, I mean, I've got quite a few bushes down there, so there and then along there, so I'm not too bad for berry bushes, so there's no real reason to gather them together in a large cluster. So it just increases the risk of it all going after smoke and a lightning strike, or a turkey just destroying it all, or even fire dogs. There's lots of stuff that can cause trouble, and there's a few things that help you out with that, stuff that can extinguish fires, but they're very expensive, and really, unless I have to gather them together, there's really no point doing it. So I'm running around, I haven't got my umbrella on, so I'm getting soaked. This is not a good thing. I'm getting as bad as Sips playing this. Forgetting to do all these things. It's gonna be dark soon. At least I'll remember to bring some food, and hopefully I can find one of these automations soon, because it's not being very successful so far. So I'm just trying to keep my wood up by picking up some wood from time to time. So killing monsters gets me sanity and health back, which makes it really, really good. Especially fighting most monsters where they drop your sanity anyway. She tanks a lot of damage, and I like her for that. She's really good in combat. Now, normally I wouldn't pick up this this niter, but Reign of Giants makes the giant creatures spawn a bit more. And apart from Autumn, there's always a giant creature. And one of the easiest ways to deal with them is to use gunpowder. So I'm going to be trying that, and the first giant creature that appears is either going to kill me or I'm going to kill it, because that's something I've wanted to do in this game, is to be able to fight the giant creatures, and Wingford has the best potential to do that. I was playing a single player game, and I did very, very well fighting off this giant creature. Normally I sort of get one or two shotted, but Wingford, she took quite a few hits going up against this one. I was trying to use a pan flute in that one, and it just didn't work out. And I'm going to get darkness. Yeah, but that tree's probably going to burn, so I'm going to have to chop it down quickly. So yeah, I tried to fight it. Sort of towards the end I'd already taken some damage and ended up killing me. But yeah. So I want to give it a shot. I want to try and beat it. So we haven't been successful. We've gone out, we've spent a whole day, we've explored quite a bit and got nowhere. So just wait out tonight and sort of chat about more stuff as we do. So yeah, I want my priorities at the moment are getting that refrigerator sorted, because that makes life a lot easier. Especially in keeping, I hate rain, makes these fires die quicker. Yeah, I want to get the icebox sorted. I was hoping I could find something for this run, but I'm not. But I want to get the icebox sorted so I can store up my food and ice and be properly ready for the summer. But that doesn't seem to want to happen in this episode. Let me mine some rocks. So not much luck there. Just see where I want to go next. I might try down in this area. Looks good. So I'll give it one more day in this run and see if we can find something. If not, we'll have to wrap up on that, I think. Otherwise we'll be going a bit further than 15 minutes. God, these nights are long. So yeah, I'm just sort of I'm getting used to it and getting used to what to talk about, and you know, how to progress these things. So if there's any suggestions on, you know, if I'm talking about something too much, or you want me to talk more about the game, or if you just prefer a few more quiet moments while playing, that's good. I know that some people don't like it, especially watching this type of playthrough. They like to have the talking, but others might not, or I might just be talking too much. So let me know about that. Now these trees are quite unique. They don't drop acorns, or they don't drop acorns very often, I've realised. So if you like these particular trees, then you want to set up close to them, because you won't easily be able to transfer them. So that can be a problem for some people. As for me, I don't mind them. I find them to be a bit too dense. You know, stuff hides behind them far too easily. Oh, tree guard. Alright, now, this is an interesting endpoint. Now, I was saying she's really good in combat, and I've done this before, and she can just straight tank a tree guard, because her spear is really good. So you see I'm taking direct hits, and my health isn't going down very fast at all, because this helm is very good. My sanity's going down really fast though, being close to this tree guard, but it's not a problem. I'm surviving very well. And the thing you want to do is keep an eye out for the health of these items. And see, I beat it! Yay! The tree guards used to be really scary for me. I'd have to do the run through fire trick. It was really annoying. But with her, she troops on. She's a real proper fighter. And that's why I like her. This is why I think, you know, I can survive the caves with her. The caves are scary. There's lots of scary stuff down in them. But with her, I think I've got a chance. You know, there's a really good chance I can survive the caves, and that's what I want to try and do. So I'm just going to go back to my place, and I think we're getting close to the 15-minute mark, so we're going to wrap up when I get back and get some food sorted. But no, it's been pleasure getting the feedback, and it's been really nice to hear what people think. Definitely took on board the previous one being too long. As I said, I was going to split it in half, decided not to. So yeah, going into future, I will try and keep them 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. I think with the Don't Starve, because of the way the days work, I want to try and push the 15 minutes. I want to make them a bit longer, because otherwise you sort of sit down and we haven't even started doing something. We haven't started exploring before it comes time for me to wrap things up. So I'm going to be pushing it a bit on the Don't Starve, making sure there's a nice comfortable place to end before actually ending it. So that's the food cooking, and I'll pop that into there and drop these into there. And with that, I shall bid you a good evening. Hope to see you next week, and just, you know, keep giving me feedback. Let me know what you think about these videos, and any suggestions, any help is much appreciated. I do want to make these videos, you know, about you, the viewers, enjoying it, and, you know, let me know if you want to hear more about my day-to-day life, or you just want to hear about tips and tricks and past things I've done in this game. Those sort of things do help if, you know, you let me know about them. So I'll wrap up here. Have a good evening. As usual, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe if you've enjoyed it. If you haven't enjoyed it, then I'm sorry. Leave a bit of feedback. Maybe I can change in them and make it much more fun. But ultimately, this is the type of video I want to do. I want to do stuff where I'm a bit more engaged with the audience and just, you know, being casual with it, but still being informative. So goodbye for now. Have a good evening, and I'll see you next week.